It's me, the Italian Gamer Joe, and welcome to another stream. Tonight we're playing Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill Remastered. Once again, you heard me, we're playing Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill Remastered. I'm using a different streaming software tonight. Gamecaster kind of bugged out on me, and after restarting my computer and attempting to get it to work again, I just could not get it to work. So in its place, we're using Twitch Studio. I haven't used Twitch Studio to do a full stream before, so this is completely new to me, and I hope that it turns out okay. If at any point the game audio is too low or my voice to the microphone is too high, please let me know. I would love to get your feedback. We are only going to be streaming Nancy Drew games through Twitch Studio. Normally I use OBS. Normally I use Streamlabs OBS. Normally I use different software for this, but this time around we're going to be using Twitch Studio because according to my moderator, Twitch Studio also is compatible with the Nancy Drew games, so here we are. We are good to go. Before we get started, I'm just going to go grab something really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so I hope that everybody is having a great evening. I have a story to tell about Secrets Can Kill. This was the very first Nancy Drew game in the Nancy Drew series. They removed it from the list from Case 2, and they kind of have made, Stay Tuned for Danger as, the official Secrets Can Kill, the official, Part 1. And the reason for that is because they wanted to do Secrets Can Kill as its own, entry, as its own remaster. However, the original Secrets Can Kill is still out there and you can still play it. I don't know if it's on Steam though. I think they decided to make it a physical release only. It was a 2-disc game where you had to switch discs in order to go to different locations. For example, I think Aunt Eloise's house, and a few other locations were the first disc, and I think the high school was a whole disc of its own. They were dealing with severe space limitations at the time, so they couldn't exactly do everything, and that's why they ended up going with that situation where they did something like that. So tonight we are gonna play Secrets Can Kill Remastered, and I'm really excited because we haven't really. This is the first Nancy Drew game. It's the very, very first Nancy Drew game, but remastered for, it has a whole new story, and yeah, I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll be fun. For those of you that are here, welcome in, and for those of you that are returning or coming to watch the YouTube video or the VOD, also welcome in, and I hope you get to enjoy yourself and enjoy checking out this content. So our current assignment tonight, a student named Jake Rogers was killed at the local high school last week. How's it going, Otto? Welcome to the stream. An undercover detective by the name of Beach asked Aunt Eloise if I could go undercover to investigate the murder. I'm posing as a new student to see what the other kids may know about Jake and his untimely end. Scary. So I'm excited because this is the very first Nancy Drew game was in fact a murder mystery. And I think what makes that so cool is the murder mystery itself was... Oh, I got some money. The very first murder mystery of the Nancy Drew series. It's so cool seeing that the very first mystery Nancy ever solved was a murder case. And it wouldn't be until games later that we would actually see another Nancy Drew murder mystery. And I'm quite surprised that Her Interactive didn't consider doing more murder mysteries. Going good, happy it's the weekend. Happy Friday! So, yeah, Stay Tuned for Danger, Treasure Hotel, Message in Haunted Mansion. None of these were murder mysteries. The only other murder mystery Yeah, the only other murder mystery is not even on this list. Can't stay 'cause I'm ghost hunting, but have a good stream. No problem, Third Lastin. Welcome, and thank you so much for the lurk. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so none of these games are murder mysteries. So it wouldn't be until Deadly Device that Nancy actually goes back and solves another murder case, which I find quite surprising because, you know, murder mysteries are really fun to solve. It's like, I mean, we have the number one mystery board game in America is Clue. And Clue is a murder mystery, so I find it very fascinating that Her Interactive never revisited murder mysteries. I mean, or never took the time to consider, like, writing more murder mysteries. Especially because of the fact that we have, like, Clue. And not only do we have Clue, but we have, like, you know, themed Clue games. I have a Legend of Zelda themed Clue. I have a regular themed Clue. I have a double board themed Clue that turns into a boardwalk. Marmalade Game Studio from the UK has their own version of Clue on PC and Steam and all that, and they have like different themed versions of it. So I find it very fascinating that Her Interactive, after 33 games, never really did a murder mystery. I find that very, very fascinating. It's so interesting that they took 33 games to like be like, you know what, or another at least another, like, you know, few mysteries. I find that so fascinating. But yeah, let's go back in and let's get this case started. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the plane ticket and be on our way.
Dear
Junior
Daddy,
Detective.
Who would have dreamed taking a vacation to visit Aunt Eloise in Florida would result in another case?
Oh God, it's
Seems
Florida.
A student named Jake Rogers was murdered
Florida.
at the high school last week, and an undercover police detective wants me to pose as a student to search
Okay,
for
I have
any leads
comments
at the
about
school.
this. I have comments
So it's
about
undercover
that.
I go.
Deep
I'm
comments.
calling this case "Secrets Can Kill." Love, Nancy.
I'm gonna raise the voice
Excuse me,
volume.
George.
So, this game, this is the first mystery of Nancy Drew. I'm going to lower the music volume a little bit. So, this is the very first mystery. It's the very first Nancy Drew mystery. And we are in Aunt Eloise's house in Florida. And by the way, they had to pick Florida of all places. Do you know what Florida is known for? Sorry, I need some... I feel like my allergies are like going all over the place. There's a funny meme that you always see on Facebook and Instagram and all that. It's like, Florida man does this, Florida man does that, and I think it's funny because whenever you see like Facebook, whenever, like, there's this one meme that I saw once where it's like, if the U.S. ever like gets into into a war or something, we'll just, you know, release the Florida men, and everyone's gonna be like, wait, what? The Florida men? The what? The Florida men? Because apparently, like, if you Google Florida men do this, like, on Google, you'll get all these news articles of different Florida men doing random stuff. Like, I don't know. It's apparently a stereotype that people be crazy in Florida. So, you know, of course, I find it very interesting that this is the very first Nancy Drew game. I have some interesting memories of this game because I played Secrets Can Kill as a kid. The last time I played the original Secrets Can Kill, I was in grade school, and I had the Nancy Drew, I had like a I had like a disc set that were not made by Her Interactive, I don't think. I think it was like another publisher distributor or something like that. But, yeah, it's basically, I remember playing this game in the past, and it was a lot of fun. I remember, like, jumping into it. The graphics were very different. They weren't obviously, like, as, you know, like, they weren't as, like, this. I mean, the graphics in this game look very pretty. A little dated, but very pretty. You could tell it's, like, the late 90s. You could tell with the whole, like, encyclopedias, the big box TV, with the whole, like, you know, the VHS tape player.
I need something to make this work.
You can tell there's a lot, like, of dated stuff going on here. And, I was reading an article that someone posted on Facebook on the Nancy Drew Games community, and they were talking about how Megan Geyser as the CEO back in the day, when she decided to make the Nancy Drew games, they interviewed a bunch of women and they surveyed them saying, well, what do you want to see in a mystery game if we were to make a mystery game? And a lot of women came up with different answers, like, we want to see this, we want to see that. And I find that so fascinating that they took so much time to do research into what women wanted to see in their own video games, and how that kind of got the ball rolling for Nancy Drew. And I would love to see more about stuff about that. I'd like to see how more of like how that came to be. I find that story so fascinating, and I feel like that kind of determination and motivation is what I wish Her Interactive would start to see again, start to bring back again, because it really makes me sad, because I feel like Her Interactive was this really cool indie company, and they had so much heart and passion, and they really struggled to put out 2 games a year, and now it's like we don't even know what's going on there. And a lot of the passion and motivation and determination is coming from the fans, from other streamers. I really do hope that Her Interactive one day sees more glory when it comes to Nancy Drew games. They can continue these games. But right now the power is in our hands. It's in the hands of the fans. It's in our hands, and it's in the hands of Her Interactive to figure this out. But we also have the power to create our own Nancy Drew content. Not necessarily Nancy Drew, but like spin-off content. You have streamers coming out with like Amelia Darnell and stuff like that. So there is power we do have the power to make that happen. We do have the power to create our own content, or to help support the community in any way we can. But that was a big rant. Please do not make me rant again in a channel support redemption, because I just spent this whole time ranting. I really do enjoy, and I love how they include the Nancy Drew books here. What makes this Nancy Drew so interesting is that this Nancy Drew game is very different than other Nancy Drew games, and the reason why I bring that up is because what makes it different is that it's kind of a how can I put this? It's locked. What makes it a very different Nancy Drew game is that they spend a lot of time putting in little like things that are not related to the mystery. There are clues and puzzles in the game that aren't necessarily related to the mystery, but they're just funny little things to find that are really cute. And the original Nancy Drew game had that a lot. It was they were little clues that may or may not pertain to the case, but they were fun to find. It's the equivalent of playing a RPG or playing a Legend of Zelda game, and then finding these little Easter eggs or these little cute things. Reminders: talk to Jake about the library books out of order. Call Nancy to get flight number. Call Jackie about Spanish schools. So it's kind of cool that there's some cool content that we can see. And that there's some little... Oh yeah, and the original Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill also had this thing where if you put the mouse on the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen, Nancy would look up or look down. She'd either look up or look down, and you could see the table. They obviously got rid of that in the modern engine, but it's kind of cool to see that they actually did this. And also, I like how they did random stuff like this, the haunted ghost bridge. I wonder if this was supposed to be another Nancy Drew game they considered, but no one ever really did anything about it. Strange things have happened on the bridge. Some people have reported hearing screams and cries from below the span. Others have reported ghostly figures looming at the end, and even others have felt a cold tingling sensation throughout their body when crossing. No one is certain about the origin of these sightings, but the first documented case of spectral phenomenon occurred around the turn of the last century when a troop of Girl Scouts camped out here. All returned with their hair turned white. None of the frightened campers spoke a word until a year later. A year! At first, these girls just babbled incoherently or screamed or laughed. A psychiatrist specializing in traumatic experiences was asked to examine the girls, but the girls would only say one phrase: follow the X on the spot below. Follow the X on the spot below? I mean, you see though, this is I wonder if that's literally telling us to follow the X on the spot below, EXP 1.11. I don't know. I mean, like I said, these games have hidden notes that you have to keep your eye out for. And I find that always so fascinating. Anyway, yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it's cool. This Nancy Drew game is definitely very interesting. There's a lot to it. I had to close the school library today, but if you need to do any research for your case, the key to the library is in the safe. Remember to not enter the wrong combination. Be careful, Aunt Eloise. So my question is, what's the combination? Of course I don't have my journal with me, so I'm gonna have to write this down somewhere else. Okay, so it's like I don't know my Greek symbols. The number 6, a line thing, the number K, and then this little thing that also looks like a 6. Okay, so just for the hell of it though, I'm gonna show you all what happens if you enter the wrong combination. If you do it wrong 3 times, this is what happens. Aunt Eloise has this crazy device that locks you in jail. You're safe. Detective Beach thinks you're unsafe to undo undercover. Yeah, so I don't know. First off, like, who has a security system like this in their house where a giant jail cell just comes out of nowhere and goes bam? Like, who has that in their house? I'd like to know. I would like to know. I mean, did Brink's security one day decide, you know what? We have a great idea. We want to make a security system that's the best security system in the country. We want to make a security system that can, bar none, be the best security system we've ever seen in our entire lives. We want this security system to legit be the best security system in the world. And we're going to create that. And we're you know what we're going to do? Like, they're sitting in a conference room. They're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a security system that when the person enters the wrong combination 3 times, a big jail cell falls down on them. So they get to pre-experience the lovely experience of going to jail before they go to jail. That's what we decided to do. Like, I don't know. It's just, I just think it's really funny that the Interactive was like, wrote that into the game. Like, we're gonna have Aunt Eloise's house, they're gonna use Brink's, like, I'm imagining like Brink's like on the phone with their like customers, and they're like, we have this great package, it's called the Security Plus package, and if you purchase this package for only, $1,000 a year, if someone enters the wrong code in your house, the police not only come, but they also the alarm also locks any unwilling robber inside a temporary jail cell, so they get to experience going to jail before they actually go to jail. Only $1,000 a year. Please subscribe now. And, I wonder how many people actually purchase that, or if someone actually did purchase that. It looks like she's like a tiny head, like big neck and then tiny head. So this has to go on this side right here. But yeah, so I'm imagining like a scenario in which, that actually happens and someone actually decides to buy it, and the Brink security is just like, wait, you actually want to buy this? You actually would like to buy our special security system? No one's ever bought it before. School computer, login name, Eloise Drew. Password, Oh Wise Elder. Okay, so we got the password to the school computer. I think that's all we need at the moment for this safe. I don't think there's anything in here we need. And this other key as well. I have to double check what that key is for, because I forgot already. To the school library. The library. Okay. Oh, we're getting a phone call.
Nancy Drew, Detective Beach here. How are you?
I'm gonna lower that voice volume a little bit.
Excuse me, Giant Human. Good, and yourself?
Frustrated, Nancy. I need some leads, and you're my man. Woman, teen, student, whatever. I'll be at Maxine's Diner. Come see me when you found out.
Not you, Miss Gender. Asking me about my gender. Not asking about my gender.
Can do. So, what's our cover?
Our what?
Our cover. Who should I say you are if anyone sees us and asks?
Oh, right. I'll be your uncle.
Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve. I gotta go
How
now.
creative.
If you need anything else, come see me at Maxine's. I'm wearing glasses and a
super
green striped
creative,
shirt.
Steve. My allergies today are just like popping. Okay, So this is how the original map screen of the game looked. And I find it so fascinating because they actually cropped it. Like there was an additional scene here that was like a factory looking place, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but please mute me until I go like this if you don't want to hear the spoiler, starting in about now. In the original Secrets Can Kill game, there was a factory place, and one of the culprits was an unnamed like drug dealer or something like that. And you would have to go to the factory to like face off against the drug dealer, and Nancy had like a gun or something, and they didn't do that for this one. They didn't do that whole like unnamed drug dealer scenario in Secrets Can Kill. They actually rewrote the ending in Secrets Can Kill Remastered. But yeah, anyway, let's we're gonna go to the diner. So Nancy's making her way along the path. She's like, ooh, look at the lovely trees, these lovely photoshopped trees. She doesn't have a car, she's just walking. She's passing these palm trees. Nancy's like, ooh, wow, I want to live somewhere close one day. I want to live behind the fucking high school. Look at that. Imagine living behind the high school and just taking like a 5-minute walk just straight to your high school. Like, imagine that. There's not even like a field or anything. Like, there's no like football field, nothing. Like, where does the school even play football? Like, literally right behind the house is Aunt Eloise's mansion. Like, I find that very fascinating. That this school, I kind of wish they would have redone the map. I wish they would have like redrew this map and did something a little bit more like something more elaborate, because this does not look very I mean, it gets the point across, but I think it'd be funny if they would have like redid this. I feel like Nancy's like, ooh, Portillo's instead of Maxine's Diner. Let's just go to Portillo's. I want to get a grilled chicken sandwich and a beef sandwich and a large fry, please, with the chocolate cake and a chocolate cake shake, please. I do like that though. Look what they did here. They like, and by the way, back in the day, you had to switch discs to go to the you had to switch discs to go to the school, and you had to switch discs to go to the diner. I love this diner though. I like the way like it looks. It's very like cheesy and very classic, and I love the Photoshop work they did with these palm trees in Florida. I want to go back to Florida one day, but just avoid the Florida men. No Florida men. Oh my God, do you hear that? That was from Phantom of Venice. Remember the or like when Nancy's like with the whole, oh my God, I love this. I love this. This is the whole like, you know, the, oh my God. I forgot all of them though, where she's like, how's it going, Bookphobot? How's it going, Cat? God, that music is popping. That's bringing back memories. It's bringing back so many memories. I'm loving it. Yes, the dance moves. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Kat. Hope you're having a good evening. It's been a hot minute since I played this Nancy Drew game, so
can't check that off yet.
There's a lot that I forgot.
That's done.
So we're jumping in. We're having some fun. If the stream audio isn't working or if there's something off about it, let me know. I'm using Switch Studio, so if the game audio is not as loud or if my voice is too loud or too soft, please let me know. My Nancy Drew software stopped working, so I have been streaming on something different. By the way, I love the graphics of this cafe. It reminds me so much of Portillo's. Like, I really, really want Portillo's now. If those of you that don't know what Portillo's is, it's a chain in Chicago, and they're known for their beef sandwiches, hot dogs, burgers. I love their grilled chicken sandwiches. They like douse it in mayonnaise, and like it's just really good. They have good chocolate cakes. A lot of people buy Portillo's chocolate cakes. They have good chocolate cake shakes. Portillo's French fries are so good. They're so crispy, and when you get them hot, they just like that crunchy, like it's just so fucking delicious. Chocolate cake. I'm glad you're streaming My Insomnia as Butts tonight. The sound is great. Perfect. Thanks, Kat. And yeah, no problem. I mean, you're welcome to lurk. You're welcome to just chill out. I'm gonna rant a lot, and if you watch my VOD from like the last 10 minutes, you're gonna hear me ranting about Nancy Drew games and Secrets Can Kill. But yeah, I like this diner. I like this. I like it. Like, this diner makes me want like a burger and fries. Let's see the menu. Oh wow. Is this the menu? This is really the menu? Greek feta fest, ribs with creature sauce. I'm just laying in bed watching on my phone. Yeah, hell yeah, Kat, thanks. I was saying that what makes this Nancy Drew game so interesting is that they put little clues all over the place that have nothing to do with the case, but are just fun to find. Like, for example, look at the letters, like the green J, J-O-U, and then this is not J-O-U-R-N, J-O-U-R-N-A-L, journal, and then, like, for the H, H-I-S, journal his, and then, like, am I missing a blue? Peace and love to this diner, but not the creepiest guy at the counter. I know, right? I feel like, what's his name again? I haven't met him yet. What's his name again? Daryl. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, I thought the Daryl in the cartoon version looked way hotter than the Daryl they came up with in this game. The Daryl at the counter looks like he skipped a few grades, that he was held back several. A lot of the characters in this game do not look like high school students. They look like adults. I think that whoever designed these characters, I gotta give them credit for designing other Nancy Drew characters, but whoever designed those 3D models whoever was making them needed to realize we are making high school students. So I think they should have. I think they didn't get the memo. His journal is. For some reason, my notifications are not working. But Kat, thank you so much for subscribing. That's really kind of you. For 3 months, look at you, the 3-month anniversary. Feels so special. Oh my God, we should celebrate you, me, and Dur. Everyone. I'm kidding. Happy 3 months. No, I appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription. Okay, let's see. And then cash cow. Really? Journal is my cash cow? I don't know. This is crazy. XER3. I don't know what that means. There's so many little clues in this game that I just find so fascinating that they have nothing to do with the case, but also little like low key do. I gotta say that there's some like some things in this menu that I would try, like the cream of macaroon. Sounds interesting. The head cheese chowder. What the hell? Fishy wishy, fried bologna, anchovy heaven on rye. Are these like Florida dishes? Like if anyone that's in the chat is from Florida, please let me know. So I'm curious to know if these are actually like, what's Michigan Delight? We're in Florida. Are these like, and these are beverages. The Maxine. I wonder what the Maxine is. Can someone please tell me what's in the Maxine? The Magnificent. The Grinder. Just remove the E. The Grinder. Aji chicken tenders. Ooh, I want some Aji chicken tenders. That sounds delicious. Yummy. Can I get the garbage disposal soup? Is that really what it's called? Oh my God, the garbage disposal soup. What does that even mean? Why is that on the menu? I'm imagining them like turning on the garbage disposal and like they have a garbage disposal just dedicated for soup making, and they just, yeah, exactly. Like imagine having a garbage disposal just for soup purposes, but instead of it leading into like, a drain, like they just leads into like some kind of container. I don't know. By the way, I loved Aggregation in Deadly Device. Deadly Device is my #1 favorite Nancy Drew game, and I will say that again. Deadly Device is my #1 favorite Nancy Drew game. The second is Phantom of Venice. So those are my two #1 favorite Nancy Drew games. Deadly Device and Phantom of Venice. Just that's just my personal opinion. Aggregation is Dur's favorite. It's a fun game. I like it. Kat, I know that Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake is your favorite, and it's a fucking great Nancy Drew game. If you haven't done so already, I recommend you and the whole chat to check out my YouTube channel where I have the full review of Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake on my podcast. So feel free to check out my YouTube channel. I have the full Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake review on my podcast. So I have mixed feelings about Uncle Steve over here. Let's talk to him, and then after we finish talking to him, I'll give you my full analysis of this character.
Uncle Steve!
Nancy! Why, I haven't seen you since, For a long
Oh
time.
my god.
How's your...
Aunt Eloise.
I fucking Aunt Eloise.
She's fine. And Dad says hello.
You're staying with your aunt, right?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
So, what do you got for me?
Well, I was hoping you could debrief me on the investigation.
Oh, sure. I'm just a bit... Well, my undercover assignments are usually not so... suburban.
I understand.
The victim was a senior named Jake Rogers. As usual, none of
Yeah,
the
that's
family
true. Who
teachers or
does hold him
students
up like
know
that?
about any enemies he may have had.
That's funny.
Nothing came up from searching his home, computer, cell phone, or locker. His bank records tell a different story. He had a fairly large savings account and a lot of cash deposits. We suspect he was involved in something shady.
Okay, well,
Drugs,
you know,
gambling, or blackmail.
maybe
That's
he
where you
collected
fit in.
Pokemon
Talk
cards.
to the students and see what you can find out.
Pokemon cards on the
We think he might have
market
kept
sell
information
for a
about
shit
his
ton of money
activities
right
in
now.
a notebook or journal. So keep a lookout for anything like that. Anything else?
Maybe he collected Nancy Drew trading cards, and maybe he sold his Nancy Drew trading cards for a lot of money. Maybe he had a really rare card, Uncle Steve. Maybe that's why he's getting all this money. Maybe his Nancy Drew trading cards, you know, I mean, some of the rare ones go for a lot of money, you know, like, I don't know any rare Nancy Drew trading cards at the moment, but I'll just throw one off the top of my head. The Quarters one from Secrets Can Kill Remastered. I don't even know if that's a trading card, but that one goes for, you know, for a pretty penny on the market. Amnesia Kenrick, perfect. Amnesia Kenrick, you know, that one goes for $1,000 on eBay. You know, so, you know, hey Tina, how's it going? How was your Barbie workout stream? It looked really fun. I was a little busy tonight. Trapped Maya, okay. Trapped Maya goes for $2,000 on the market, Uncle Steve. So you know what? It might not just be blackmail. It might just be Jake was just collecting Nancy Drew trading cards and watching Double Bubs stream Nancy Drew. You never know. You never know, you know? Or maybe Jake was collecting Pokemon cards. Maybe he was just, you know, doing some marketing, or maybe he was taking place in some tournaments and stuff. You never know. I mean, come on. You're gonna assume it's blackmail or drugs and stuff. Whatever. You know, Uncle Steve, I gotta go. I'm not
Uncle
having
Steve.
this right now. Why is this
Goodbye.
animation pausing? Oh, I'm having technical issues too. You aren't alone. Okay, so I want you guys actually...
Hi, Nancy.
I want you all to take a look at my phone for a second, and if my phone brightness is too high... okay, so can you all see this? Did my camera just, like, fix itself? Does anybody know who this is? This is Stanley Tucci in the movie Lovely Bones. Again, this is Stanley Tucci in the movie Lovely Bones. I feel like whoever decided to write the character for this game literally said, you know what, we are going to take Stanley Tucci from Lovely Bones and we are going to make him an actual character in Nancy Drew. I mean, literally from like the polo shirt to the glasses to the haircut that looks really weird. Like, I legit think that they decided to take Stanley Tucci from Lovely Bones and they were like, you know what, we're going to make him the character in this game. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. I know, right? You're so right. I do think Lovely Bones is a great film, but it's also a very sad film. And
Bye, Uncle Steve.
I
Goodbye.
would not recommend reading it or watching it if you're looking for like something really emotional, because it's one of those books and movies that's very emotional. If you're looking to get triggered, definitely don't. Like, there's some deep stuff that goes on in those books, in the book and the film. So fantastic, but also like have a box of tissues, have some water. You know, it's not exactly. I cried my eyes out. For the end of that movie. Like I was just. I needed like a day to process those emotions. There are some films that I respect and have a lot of respect for the stories they tell, but I purposely do not watch them because I can't do it. I will cry my eyes out. Channel is not live. My stream is live, right? You all can see me, right? Is my uptime like really just Nightbot? I think I need to fix my Nightbot or something. I read Lovely Bones as a kid as English practice, and I was not ready. OMG, as a kid. Yeah, Lovely Bones, it hits differently when you're a kid. I mean, imagine being a kid and reading that book and having, like, severe, like, trust issues with people as you get older. I mean, it's a really, I mean, the book weaves a very fine tale about, about stuff like that. I think it's a very effective book. It really scares the shit out of you as a kid growing up. Like, don't read this. Couldn't make Detective Barbie 2 work on my virtual machine, so I switched to Jackbox. Then Discord kept disconnecting from the VC. Then I couldn't raid you. It would stop the raid, and now your stream is lagging. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Tina. Did you try by any chance, like, turning off and on your router? Try watching it from your phone. See if your phone is any better. Let me know if that. Let us know if that fixes it. If you're trying to just watch the stream. Yeah, The Lovely Bones was a scary film, and whenever I look at the Stanley Tucci character from this game, I get that vibe from him. I mean, even down to the clothing he wears, to the glasses, to the haircut. I mean, he reminds me of Stanley Tucci from Lovely Bones. And I just want to say, like, I think Stanley Tucci is a great actor. I think he did fantastic in The Devil Wears Prada. Stanley Tucci is such an interesting character because he plays a lot of gay characters, but he's straight. Like, he's married to his wife. He has kids. Like, you would never think. I never thought. I just assumed that he was gay, but he's actually straight, and he does a great job at playing gay characters. The author of Lovely Bones has another great book, an autobiography called Lucky. Cool. I have to check that out. Highly recommend her audiobooks. She narrates them. I love a good audiobook. Audiobooks are awesome. I have Audible. I also have, like, I'm like old school sometimes. Like, I have a Kindle, like an e-reader. I also have, like, the Nook e-reader, but I like me my e-readers, I like me my Kindle apps. But yeah, I know I love a good book. I love a good audiobook. I listen to audiobooks in my car because of my commute. So yeah, I will definitely check it out. I love a good audiobook. Bookfobot, can you post it on your Discord or post it on mine? It doesn't matter. Just as long as you post it and at me, like, I would love to, like, get that recommendation. Because I love a good book. And yeah, Stanley Tucci is straight, but he's just a very open-minded actor. He's very open-minded. He just really gets into the mind of the characters he plays. Is that the Punchy Earlier music? Yay, Candy Girl, it is. Isn't that awesome? Oh my god, my stupid notifications are not, like, they're too big. Daria _PH, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Italian Gamer Joke community. Yeah, audiobooks in general are awesome. Audiobook fans are awesome. Let's go ahead and talk to this, like, 26-year-old high school student.
Welcome to Maxine's. I'm Daryl Gray. I don't think I've seen you here before.
Are you sure you're a high school student?
My name's Nancy Drew. I just moved down here.
Then you'll be attending Paseo Del Mar High. I'm your student council president. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Thanks. I might just take you up on that offer.
No problem, Tina. Have a good night.
What can I do?
Hope your internet gets better. Sir, are you sure you're a high school student? I mean, do you have eyebrows? Like, I'm using my magnifying glass. Do you have eyebrows? Nighty Tina, I think he might actually be. I mean, he's just very pale in his face. I don't know. I'm not a fan of his character design. He looks very I don't know. Yeah, he looks like what were they going for with him? Like, seriously, like, I don't understand what they were going for with this character design. He looks way too old to be a Nancy Drew high school student. Like, I just don't get it. He looks like he graduated high school like 20 years ago. Like, he looks like he's, definitely not. He looks like he looks like a dad that's married with kids. He's already had like 3. He works at this diner as like a part-time gig. He's got a kid. He's got a few kids already. No eyebrow and have an ass. They were going for short bus extravaganza. Wow, he really does, Joe. I mean, like, yeah, you're right. He has like no eyebrows. Like, is he preparing for like a drag show soon or something? Like, I'm just kidding. But like, seriously, like, what were they doing with the character design model here? Okay, like, you know what? I'm gonna Google this for a second. Nancy Drew secrets can kill. I'm gonna show you all what the original Daryl looked like compared to, like, this is what the original Daryl looked like. This was the original Daryl. And I know it's kind of blurry, so I'm gonna like back it up a little bit. That was the original Daryl, and I gotta say the original Daryl was pretty cute. Like, he was a cute guy. He had, you know, like, I liked his hairstyle. I liked 2D Daryl. 2D Daryl, like, really was a cute guy. He was just a nicer looking character model. He looked as, you know, he just looked better. And I mean, what the hell was the 3D artist thinking? I mean, the original design and what they were doing now just looks just horrendous. I'm just appalled at what they came up with. I mean, I don't know. I'm very shocked by what they were thinking.
Tell me about Paseo Del Mar High.
It's a great school. Good teachers, nice students, lots of after-school activities. It's just too bad what happened.
What happened?
One of the
Murder?
students
Yeah.
was murdered in the school last week.
He looked so cute. I know, right? Who was murdered?
Who was murdered?
A senior named Jake Rogers. He worked here, but
He was
I
a
didn't
senior.
really know him. He kept mainly to himself.
That's terrible. Who did it? Did you do it?
Who did it?
No one knows, and the police are keeping pretty clammed up about it. But my resources say they're calling in some special detective. Maybe even the FBI.
Or maybe, just maybe, an amateur detective that's never solved the case before in her entire life. Oh man. You know, just some hot, sexy, fine-looking, beautiful detective that's never solved the case before, but, you know, knows how to put out for the right case. And the best part is I work for free. I'm pro bono. We don't accept payment because it's up to us as Nancy Drew.
Did this Jake guy have any enemies?
Nancy would make so
Sure,
much money.
Doesn't everyone?
She probably did. Book a lot. What was that about? Did the game just freeze?
I should get back to work. Nice meeting you, Nancy.
Oh my god, I thought the game froze for a second. That was weird. Did he have enemies? Well, doesn't everyone? And then awkward silence, just staring at me. I'm like, oh shit. Are you gonna kill me? No, that was purposeful.
See you later.
See ya.
You're right, it was. It was purposeful. I'm making jokes, but you're right, it was. He legit stares you down. He really does. You're absolutely right. You were absolutely right on that one. He really does. You know, by the way, I like how Nancy doesn't work here, and she literally is just like, I'm the police, let me in. I am now, and I love the like focus on the knife and the tomatoes, like, ooh, someone could have killed Jake with a knife. Oh, there's a minor lag going on? Really? Is my stream lagging that badly? Ugh. Okay, let me see. Cutting board says watch out. I know, right? Is my stream lagging? Like, can everybody see my stream okay? Oh, yeah. You're right. The thing Daryl does is really funny. I wasn't, you're not expecting it. Thank you. Yeah, Daryl stares you down. I want to just go behind the counter and be like, Daryl, psst, Daryl, I'm in the kitchen. And then I'll just be like, psst, Daryl, I'm in the kitchen, and then just stare him down like. Oh, that would be so funny. I'm like, psst, Daryl. Maxine, Daryl, Yulei, and Mel from Jake Rogers. Closing procedure. Maxine wanted me to write a memo, I can't read, describing the finer points of closing the diner. Some people think there are some secrets to the process, but it couldn't be easier. After totaling out the cash register, the cashier brings them blah. Oh my god, this reminds me. The potato bin. Why would you put it in the potato bin? The cook also needs to check the life expiration dates on all foods. And put them in the garbage disposal soup. Because apparently we have one of those soups in the fucking restaurant. Power move, right? The cashier and cook get all the food crumbs off the counter. The cook preps all condiments for the next day. All surfaces wash so they're bright and shiny. And then there's a bunch of little like notes. I don't know what those mean, but I've seen them like all over the place. Line.word. Is that what it is? Oh. All these little like, you know, clues going on here. You were locked in a room with a 3D Daryl model, the horrifying Kabuki version of Joe Hardy, and with just one bullet. What do you do? There's no one here working. They saw Nancy and they were like, oh, fuck. Let's get out of here. Is that moldy bread? Not moldy bread. And not a quarter stuck to the wall of this thing. You were locked in a room with a 3D Daryl model, the horrifying Kabuki version of Joe Hardy, and just one bullet. What do you do? Shoot the door lock. Right, Candy Girl? I mean, in this scenario, you're not mentioning the door, so yeah, it makes sense. You could just shoot the door lock off. Very good point. Very good point. Gotta save the bullet for myself. I think it's so horrifying, by the way. It's like Jake, and then scratched off. It's so, like, chilling. Ooh, it's so scary. But yeah, employees must wash hands before leaving the bathroom. Now it's like, employees must wash hands and remember to wear masks before leaving the bathroom. Or, actually, it's wear masks at all time, not... Dear Daryl, I need to break off our date to the Sadie Hawkins dance. I'm very, very sorry, but something suddenly came up. Connie. Ooh, what is that? That is some tea. Break off our date to the Sadie Hawkins dance. That's sad. It looks like Daryl got broken up with. I mean, if I was a horrible 3D model, I would make the same excuse too. Something came up. Well, you know, let's go back.
What can I do for you?
Did you know Connie broke your date to the Sadie Hawkins dance because you're a horrible 3D model?
Do you know why Connie broke your date to the Sadie Hawkins
You're just
dance?
such a bad rendering.
No, it was really weird. But what was even weirder is that she took Jake instead of me.
Well, that's because Jake was hotter.
See you later.
Later.
In this crazy Secrets Can Kill universe, apparently Jake was hotter. Alright, well, thanks for the food. Thanks for the food, Daryl. Something came up means you're ugly. All right, everybody. We're walking. I'm pretending like the magnifying glass is Nancy Drew, and Nancy's just like, ooh, nice, like, you know, beautiful, like, you know, rendering of this palm tree area. Now we're gonna make our way down to the high school. Now it's time to switch to disc 2. I love how the high school doesn't have a football field. It doesn't have, like, anything to make it look like it's an actual high school other than, like, this big building with a big flag coming out of it. And I like how Aunt Eloise's house is, like, right next to the building. Like, bam, it's like a 5-minute walk. No football field, nothing to make it distinguish it from other schools. Just bam, like, Aunt Eloise's house. I wonder if they actually play football at Aunt Eloise's house. I mean, her living room is pretty big. Pezzo Del Mar High School. Are there any quarters? No quarters, nothing. Okay. The music, by the way, in this specific, like, part of the game, I find very chilling and very, like, creepy. It's very... They did a good job with the music in this game. They did a good job with, like, the scariness of it. They did it... I mean, my personal opinion, I think they did. I think it's chilling. It really makes you feel like something dark is going on here. It's that I have to give them credit for, and I mean the way making it look like the school, making it look like a high school. I mean, they did a good job on this. Like, I really like the hallways. It really brings me back to my high school years. It reminds me so much of, like, this is the crime scene, by the way. Like, we're on the crime lockers. Geyser Gym. Is that a reference to Megan Geyser, or is that just Geyser Gym? Like, is there such thing as... I mean, does Geyser Gym mean something else? Or is that literally a reference to the CEO of Her Interactive? Well, the previous CEO of Her Interactive. Honor Student of the Month. Hal Tanaka. Oh, God, I remember you, Hal. I remember you. Okay, let's see. Homecoming. Ooh. What else do we have here? More like random clues. That's one thing I do like about this Nancy Drew game. They did a good job with like the random clues and stuff that may or may not be related to the case, because something could throw you off completely. Women, men, and then they have like these drinking fountains and stuff. This guy, by the way, looks like a freaking ox. I mean, he's huge. Like, he's humongous. I think he must be taller. I mean, look at his height and compare that to the height of like this men's like thing here. I mean, they made him gigantic. I mean, look at him. Like, oh my god. Like, graduate from high school, you know, graduate from college, and like, girl, I mean, look at this. I mean, this guy's a fucking ox. There's a reason why they call him Hulk. Yeah, I mean, you can tell. I mean, look at this dude. Jeez. Freaking huge.
Whoa, a new girl at school. Do you realize what destiny has brought you today? Yours truly, Hector Sanchez. But you can just call me the Hulk.
I will say that his animation style is also very, very, like, fluid. I feel like his animation style is, like, faster and more, like, on point compared to Daryl. He kind of reminds me of Leela Yadav from Warning Star Fleet Academy. I'm getting heavy Leela Yadav vibes from him. Hint, it's not in his pants. Damn it, Candy Girl. How did you know I was new here? Yeah, how did you know I was new here? But I want to know why. We're not going to do that. We're going to do the Hulk instead.
The Hulk?
You are new around here. I play for the Manatees, one of the best teams in the state. I leave the others in the dirt, man. Soon it's college ball, and then the pros. Showtime.
I'm sorry, but I can't get over his voice. There's just something about his voice that doesn't feel right. I kind of wish they would have used Joe's voice from Family Guy. Like, I would have loved to hear what's Joe from Family Guy? What's his name again? I'm looking him up real quick. Joe, Family Guy. Who's the voice actor that does Joe from Family Guy? Patrick Warburton. Yes. I feel like this character specifically looks like a kid version of Patrick Warburton. I don't know. I feel like when this kid grows up, he's gonna look just like Patrick Warburton from Family Guy. Like, that is what he's gonna grow up to be. I don't know. I see that. I feel like the 3D model they use just looks like Joe from Family Guy. Now when I look at him, all I think of is like Joe's voice from Family Guy. Patrick Warburton is also Lemony Snicket on a series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix. Also a fantastic show. Highly recommend it. Like, super highly recommend it. Oh my god, Patrick Warburton was also The Emperor's New Groove. Who did he play? Oh, he was Kronk. He was Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Oh my god, he was in a lot of movies. Holy shit. He really was in a lot of movies. But yeah, that's who I see when I look at him. We're going to look at the Hulk Secrets Can Kill Remastered, and we're going to see what he looked like, you know, as or not remastered, I'm sorry, the regular Secrets Can Kill. What's his name again? Here's the original version of him. He looks very different in the original. Like, this is what he looked like in the original Secrets Can Kill. I don't know. I mean, they did a good. He had 2 zeros too on his shirt. It wasn't Hector Sanchez. He definitely looks very different. I wish they would have made his biceps look bigger. Like make it more like bulging since he's an athlete. But I mean, they did a good job here. They did a good job with like maybe the flaring up arms as part of the shirt design though. I do like though, like the way they made him look in the 2D version. He looks more suspicious in the 2D version of the game compared to his 3D counterpart. I don't know. I feel like his 2D model looked more spooky and more like sinister. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the 3D model looks great too. I mean, hot dude. How's it going, Siren? Hope you had a great evening. What were you playing tonight? Quick shout out to Siren, really cool streamer. He plays a variety of games. Final Fantasy 14. Ooh, look at you jumping into the world of Final Fantasy 14. I like that game a lot. I took a break on it for personal reasons, but it's a great game. Highly recommend Final Fantasy 14. It's a great MMO game that's just a whole lot of fun. But yeah, I hope you're having a great night. I leave others in the dirt, so college blah blah blah. Let's continue talking to him. So
One of the best teams in the state?
Hello? Paseo Del Mar High School has been Florida's #1 football team for the last 4 years.
Because of me.
I've been trying to get the coach to change that lame mascot ever since I first made the team.
Did you know that Indigala was giving away the Leisure Suit Larry games for free? No, I didn't, Siren. Are they still giving them away for free? I played, Siren, is it the new version, like the remastered Leisure Suit Larry games, or is it the old ones, like the ones that are like old school? Which ones are they, or is it just all of them, including the remasters? I've been trying to get the coach to change the mascot ever since I first made the team. Is there anything you're afraid of?
Is there anything you're afraid of?
Me? When I walk down the halls, it's punks like Jake Rogers who fear me.
Oh my god, that like ridiculous confidence. Best team, huh? Do you train in Aunt Eloise's backyard? No, the old ones. By the way, Leisure Suit Larry, oh my god, those games are so like funny. Okay, I'll check it out, Siren. Thank you for tagging me. I'll check that out. I really appreciate that. I'll look it up. That would be a fun game. I don't know. Do you think Twitch allows those games? Do you think Twitch allows streaming Leisure Suit Larry? 3 is available. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. That sounds really cool. Yeah, hell yeah, Siren. But yeah, I was just wondering, do you think that Leisure Suit Larry games are they because like it's kind of like super, like there are some games you just can't stream on Twitch because of the overly sexualized content. Like there's some like for example, like Dream Daddy is an okay game to stream on Twitch because like it shows the romantic side of like, you know, LGBT relationships, but like I can't stream Coming Out on Top because, you know, it's extremely like sexual in terms of like the content they show. So I mean, there's some games that they just don't let you stream. But yeah, I'll definitely check out Leisure Suit Larry. I think those games are really fun, and I think what makes Leisure Suit Larry really exciting of a game is that one, it's very like comedic. Leisure Suit Larry is such a crazy like, you know, character, and the puzzles to solve those puzzles, you have to really do a lot of funny things to solve those puzzles. So yeah, they're really fun games. There is actually no actual nudity though, right? In Leisure Suit Larry, I don't know. Is there? I don't think there is. In the newer ones, there isn't. I like how in the new Leisure Suit Larry game, the game has like a Tinder app, and you can swipe right and left for different girls, and there's guys too. So like Leisure Suit Larry is like low key bisexual in the newer game, and he actually does go on a date with the guy in the newer one. I think it's really funny. It's like a really, I don't know, it was like a really funny like situation in that one. They used the black censored box. Oh, that's what they did? Okay, that makes sense. That's awesome. That's really funny. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'll definitely stream it one day then. Thanks, Siren, for the heads up. And for anybody else that's on the chat, definitely check out Siren's, what Siren mentioned about the whole Leisure Suit Larry. So it's innuendos, but not outright dirty. It's comedic stuff, so it's totally okay to stream. That's what I thought. Okay, I had a feeling, because you never know, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I didn't grow up playing those games. I played the first game very, very recently, like the very, very first Leisure Suit Larry. And it's so funny because when you launch Leisure Suit Larry, the game asks you when you first launch the game, are you an adult? And you have to press yes. And then it says, prove that you're an adult by doing this short quiz. And the short quiz are questions that you get asked, like, who is the president as of this year? And, or like, you know, they ask you like really random questions, like just like true or false, this happened. Or like, you know, they're like multiple choice questions that you have to do to prove that you're an adult. And if you get one wrong, the game closes. If you get one wrong, the game's like, you're not an adult, bye, and then the game just completely closes. So you actually have to do the very first puzzle of the game is literally just opening the game, and if you do it wrong, the game's like, no, you didn't solve the puzzle, and then it just closes. So I think it's funny that they do that in all the Leisure Suit games. Like the games actually force you to take this quiz, yeah, it's. I think it's really funny that I don't know. I think it's funny because it's like it's like a puzzle that you have to solve, like a pre-puzzle that's like it's trivia based, and it's funny because I remember like asking my parents some of the questions, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're like. Or googling some of the answers. It's just so funny that they did that for Leisure Suit Larry. Imagine if like that happened for Nancy Drew. Like if you had opened Nancy Drew and the game was like, sorry, you can't play Nancy Drew yet unless you solve these questions about the Nancy Drew books, games, films, music, and more. And then you have like this 10-question like, quiz you have to do before the Nancy Drew game even opens. And if you get one wrong, the game you just hear Nancy be like, can't check that off yet, and then the game just completely like shuts down, and you're like, wait, what? What just happened? Imagine if Interactive did that for the next Nancy Drew game. Like, whatever Nancy Drew game they decide to release, you just open it and it's like, you have to solve a 10-question quiz before you can play our Nancy Drew game. The original has questions that anyone under 35 today would not be able to answer without looking it up. Yes, Candy Girl, you know how it is. It's funny. It's funny that they did that. It's so random, but so funny that that's what they decided to do. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this conversation with this really like I said, this Joe from Family Guy character, old school pop culture. Exactly. I like how Nancy's like, do you have any enemies? Are all football players as aggressive as you are? Like, Nancy, is that low key flirting? Like, are you fucking trying to flirt with this dude? You're so aggressive. Like, what the fuck, Nancy?
Do you have any enemies?
My only enemies are on the field. Off the field, I'm a pussycat.
Ooh.
Is there anything else I can enlighten you on?
Ooh, you're a pussycat, huh? Nancy's just like, oh, you're a pussycat, huh? Oh my god. Nancy's like, I'm hot and bothered all of a sudden. Yeah, meow. This game takes place in 1999, by the way. This is 1999 culture. 1999 culture. I guess you have to be pretty tough to be number one. Not Nancy flirting, being the new girl in school and flirting her way to the top.
I guess you'd have to be pretty tough to be number one.
Listen, sweetheart, to be the best, you gotta be aggressive and show them who's boss. Like the guy who killed Jake.
You gotta be the best. Wait, what? You gotta be aggressive and show them who's boss, like the guy who killed. What, dude? What the? That's not cool. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. You know what? I thought you were cute, but I am zipping up my shirt. I am getting the fuck out of here. That was mean. That was very mean. That was very mean. You don't talk about a dead person like that. That was fucked up. Yeah, let's call him out.
That's a pretty harsh way to talk about someone who was murdered.
That was mean.
You have to be aggressive to survive in this world. Jake just couldn't cut it. That's all.
Really?
How well did you know
Really?
Jake Rogers?
I knew Jake, but I didn't hang out with him.
What an asshole.
Sorry, can't talk now. I gotta go to practice.
More
Later.
like, actually, I can't talk now. What an asshole. Like, who says that? Like, who actually says that? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm taking these random quarters I'm finding, and girl, bye. Like wow. Creeper. Creeper alert. Student art exhibit. Oh, I like the Nancy Drew art. That is so cool. And the roadster and all that. That is really cool. Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Oh my god, that's awesome. Secret of Shadow Ranch. Warnings of Everly Academy. They really went all out. That's so cool. The library. Yeah, that's really cool. And here we are at the study.
Hi, my name's Nancy
That was
Drew.
awkward.
What's your name?
That was so
Al
awkward.
Tanaka. Actually, my first name is much longer than that. But I want to fit in here in America, so I chose Hal as my nickname.
Did
I'm
they-
a Japanese exchange student.
Did they use the
Why do
same
you think
artist?
it's easier to have an
artist
American
voice
name?
actor as.
I want to be part of the culture and succeed in this country.
Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna show you all Hal Tanaka's original character design. Just so you all see like what he looked like in the past if you didn't play. Hal Tanaka looked very similar actually. They actually did a really good job on his character design for. I think Hal Tanaka looks the closest like his character from the 2D version of the game. This is what Hal Tanaka looked like back in the day. I think his character now and his character in the game look very similar to each other. I think they actually did a really good job between these two characters. I think whoever designed Hal Tanaka did a really, really good job, I think. I really don't have complaints on this character at all. Yeah, I mean, maybe they could have like aged him down a little bit more, made him look younger, and maybe made him shorter. But I mean, a lot of these characters are really tall. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he looks like just like Hal from the 2D game. Nancy, why do you admire Americans?
Why do you admire Americans?
They're such open people. I admire the freedom here. If you work hard enough, you can achieve anything.
So,
let's
what's been
question
going
him.
on at
Let's
school
question
lately?
his butt.
A murder was committed here. Everyone is very stressed out.
I heard about that. Some kid named Jake?
Oh yeah, Jake Rogers was a dark soul.
Dark Soul.
He created a lot of trouble.
Do you mean Dark Souls, the video game?
What do you mean by dark
Do
soul?
you mean
Jake
the video
wasn't a
game
happy
series?
person and made others around him very unhappy too.
How did Jake make people around him unhappy?
Jake was an ijimeko. In English, you would say a bully. He wasn't very popular. I'm behind in my studies and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
So we just learned that Jake was a bully and that people did not like him, so that obviously gave him a lot of enemies. So that makes sense why maybe the Hulk was acting the way he did and why he said the way he what he was saying the way he did. It sounds like maybe. Wait, I thought I saw a quarter. It makes sense to me though. Like, it makes me wonder if that's why people don't like Jake as much, because of that reason alone. Is that Maxine?
Hi, I'm Connie.
Oh, Connie.
You're not from around here, are you? Usually, Paseo del Mar High is really quiet and boring. Lately, it's been totally out of control.
Okay, first off, like, what day is it that everyone's just hanging out here? Like, this isn't a college campus. Is this obvious that I'm like, normally schools like this are not, like high schools like this are not open during this time. So like, and like they wouldn't just allow students to just be just hanging out like this.
Out of control?
One of the students was killed last week.
Who found the body?
I heard it was Daryl Gray,
Interesting.
Paseo del Mar's hot student council president.
Oh, you think he's hot? Okay, you can have him.
Who was killed?
Oh, just this wannabe stud named Jake Rogers.
Wannabe stud.
What do you mean?
Jake Rogers was a total creep. Nobody liked him. I gotta go now. Later.
Love how like characters in this game are very, very like dismissal with you too. A lot of them, they like try to hide shit. I don't remember if you get anything for doing this. Like, do you get an Easter egg for that or something? I don't remember. Though I could go for a cola right now, so we're gonna save. I want extra pop, grape, orange, soda, cool, spot cola. Ooh. I don't know. I want them all. I want to drink all of them. We'll do spot cola. Sounds interesting. Cool sounds good. Extra pop. Let's do cool. Like Joe Cool. Oh my god, it looks like Coke. That's awesome. Nancy's like, it's so fizzy. I'm loving it. Paso HS Students of the Month. By the way, that's Arglefump from the Nancy Drew. Like, he was like the OG Nancy Drew like person that like played all of the games and like, you know, I mean, his walkthroughs are still up on YouTube today. He's a really, really popular Nancy Drew streamer. He was like the OG Nancy Drew streamer. So I think it's cool that he's in this game. There are no adults in the school. This is like the GED program, the Candy Girl. This is like, like, they should have like rewrote it and been like, Jake Rogers was murdered during the GED program. I feel like that would have been more believable, to be honest. Like, having a bunch of adults at the high school, like, trying to study for their GEDs and stuff. At least then it would make more sense to, like, the character designs, because these character designs are not pretty.
You're not supposed to go in there.
You know,
But I have a key.
Yeah, right. You're still not getting in on my watch.
well, fuck you, Connie. You know, like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, this is ridiculous. Like, you know, my aunt works here. She purposely asked me to get something for her. So, you know what? Back off. Get off my ass, Connie. Did you show the original Connie? Oh, I didn't. I was so mad at her for being mean to me. So,
Hey, Nancy, need something?
I'll show you the original Connie. So, Connie, Nancy, Drew. Okay, I'm showing you all Connie. Connie was also like very different looking of a character. She was also standing. She was standing. So this is Connie, the original Connie. Which, by the way, she actually does look like her character model. I mean, in my opinion, she kind of does. The only thing I'm not a fan of is that they made her sit down in the remaster, where in this one they kind of, I don't know, I like the Connie in the 2D version a little bit better. And the reason why I like the Connie in the 2D version a lot better is because they portray her like in this more kind of like dominant, like female power kind of way. Like she just looks more like positive in this version, where in the 3D version, I don't know. She just seems more like, did they want to save money and not like, she looks strong and she does, like, she looks like a powerhouse in the 2D version. Like, she looks really cool. I'm getting really cool vibes from her in the 2D version, where in the 3D version of the game, she just seems more like, I don't know. It's hard to, like, I can't even put words to describe it. Like, she just doesn't seem as threatening as a character. And the reason why I say threatening is because it's a mystery.
See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
It's a murder mystery. So you kind of want characters to appear more, like, intense. And she doesn't come across that way, I don't think, in the 3D version of her. At least, I don't know. You know, the more that I look at these Nancy Drew characters in 2D versus 3D, you know, I wouldn't have minded it if Her Interactive kept the 2D character models. I mean, a lot of the 2D character models looked pretty solid. And, you know, I definitely wouldn't have minded if they kept that design, like 2D character models on a 3D environment. It reminds me a lot of, like, Danganronpa. It reminds me of, like, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Having those 2D models in 3D environments. It would definitely save money on, like, animation and stuff. So I hit the 1 hour mark for Nancy Drew. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to do a marathon tonight where I play 2 different games. So what I'm going to do is, if you really liked and enjoyed my stream for Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill, definitely come back soon for when I play the next one. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing Nancy Drew again. I'm also going to play something new. But yeah, I'm excited to continue playing this, and I'm going to try to keep my streams down to an hour, and I'm either going to play multiple games at once, or I'm going to, like I said, just keep it at an hour. But there are some announcements that I would like to make. I'm starting a new series of Twitch streams called, like, Joe's Game Development Tutorial Streams, and the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to go to Maxine's Diner, because I like the vibe here. I'm gonna start doing more, like, video game development streams where I show you, like, if you're interested in coding, how to make your own, like, for example, one set of tutorials that I'm gonna start making is like the Nancy Drew spin-off tutorial. Like, let's say for example you want to make your own Nancy Drew game, or you want to make your own like point and click game. I'm going to show you how to make your own point and click game using a game engine called Construct 3, and I'm going to start building these systems out by scratch by myself, and I'm going to show you all how to make your own point and click mystery game using the Construct 3 game engine. So that way, if you ever wanted to make a game and you wanted to make your own point and click mystery, you could do that yourself, watch my tutorials, and basically come up with your own version of a mystery game. And those videos are going to be on my YouTube channel. I will include the links to the projects, and you can download them yourself. This is something I'm really excited to do because I'm a coder, I'm a developer, and I would love to be able to show you all the world of computer science and programming and how fun it is to be able to make point and click games with an engine like that. And how to make like puzzle solving, how to do character conversations, how to do point and click where you move forward, like how does a game like do this where you can go forward like that, and how do you go backward? So I'm gonna do tutorial videos on that as well. I'm gonna do tutorials on like how to do a task list, how to do like inventory systems like this. I'm gonna do like character dialogue systems. I'm gonna show you all how to do that on my Twitch streams. And I'm going to do 2 different versions of it. It's going to be, one version will be me showing a completed version of it and then me developing it, and then the other version will be a blind one where I just kind of like wing it. And game development is really fun because in a way it's kind of like you're playing a game, and it's a lot of fun. So get ready soon for me to start doing Joe's like game development tutorial streams, where each stream is basically me designing a new system that you can apply to your own mystery game or your own point and click game. And I'm excited for that. I'm not like, and like I said, I'm not like I might not use Nancy Drew assets because I don't want to get in trouble for that, but I might just use like generic assets like that I might find for free. But I think it'd be fun to just show you all like, you know, how I would do it, how I personally do it. And I think it'd be fun if any of you out there are coders, or any of you out there are mildly interested in game development, you could take my projects and you can use them and make your own game, make your own mystery game. And you know, the cool thing about Construct 3 is that they don't take royalties. So as long as you pay for their engine, if you make a game, they don't take any of the money from any projects you make with them. And you can release your game on Construct for iOS, for Android, for PC, for Mac, for consoles. So it's really, really cool if you decide to use that game engine, that they don't take royalties, but they also you can also release your games on phones and tablets and PC. And yeah, I think it'll be fun to like start doing tutorials like that for new developers, and you know, developers that want to like dip their toes in making their own little projects. And it's a good time. I think it'll be a really fun experience. And yeah, I think it'll be a good time to like check that all out. I really want a burger now, by the way. Like, I really, really want a burger, and it's almost midnight. Actually, no, let me phrase that. It is midnight. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to start getting ready to raid someone. So hang tight for a second as I get ready to raid someone. Once again, I Googled raid instead of Googling Twitch because I do not have my channel open. But yeah, once again, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight, for hanging out with the Italian Gamer Joe. Tonight's going to be a marathon stream, so I'm going to start playing the Legend of Zelda games. I'm playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time tonight. I'm going to start marathoning through Legend of Zelda, and I'm excited because I'm a big fan of the Zelda games, so you know, I'm really excited to get the opportunity to start doing that and having a good time with it. But I am going to raid someone. When I go live again, you're all welcome to watch me when I go live again. But for now, I'm just going to get ready to raid someone. I think I'm going to raid Guerrilla Gaming. He's this really cool Australian LGBT streamer, a really nice guy. And he's playing Dead by Daylight. So I'm going to get ready to start that raid. Once again, I hope you all have a great evening. I'll be back soon. If you want, I'll join my Discord community if you haven't done so already. You'll see when I go live again tonight. We're going to be playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And yeah, definitely hope to see you all soon. And if you don't come in, I hope you have a great evening. Italian Gamer Joe is signing off for now.